What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we're for episode 48 of our Philadelphia Eagles Madden 22 franchise rebuild. Today, doing something we haven't done since year one of the Eagles franchise. We're doing a doubleheader. We are finishing out the regular season here today. We have our West Coast road trip at home against the Rams, who are better than the record, and then week 18 against the 49ers, who I'm pretty sure also in that same bubble. The record might not be the best, but you know they're better than their record. Oh my God, 6-9. That'll be an interesting roster to take a look at. Like, why are they 6-9? But the Niners are good, man. They can run the ball on just about anybody. Have some pretty good, damn good guys on the defense. Fred Warner can absolutely sniff out a rushing attack, which is what we like to do here with Miles Sanders. But we have the doubleheader to close out the regular season. I don't think we have to worry about, well, technically the Giants could still catch us in the division. The reason why we're doing the doubleheader is I don't really think this has that much influence over, our playoff spot. I think it's almost a foregone conclusion that we are going to make the playoffs this season. So it's not like there's any drama. We got to take it week by week because things could happen. As it stands right now, we are the 6th seed. So it's not... it's not like we're like the 2 or the 3, and it's like we could just absolutely shit the bed and, still comfortably make the play. I guess technically if we go 0-2, we could miss the playoffs here. We did have a 5-game losing streak. The thing that's crazy for me is I haven't changed anything. Madden, I guess, under the hood has changed. I think since the last time I've made, and I dropped the video saying, here are my all Madden sliders. There have been 2 gameplay updates. But the last one was kind of, as part of that big second franchise title update. I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed one single thing about my franchise sliders. And we have not only experienced a 5-game losing streak, we've had some disconnects and stuff. We had a 5-game losing streak. Here, this is what happens when you play when we had snowstorms. Multiple times, power just flickered. But we had a 5-game losing streak, and since then, we have 50 points, and in this one here against the Cardinals, Aaron Rodgers set the single-game passing yards record. I don't know. I just... we gave up 62 against the Giants week 6. I do think a part of it is Aaron Rodgers. We brought in, even though he's old now, he's almost 40. We still brought in Aaron Rodgers to our team, but he was on free agency. I ultimately feel like, there's probably something. Something needs to get adjusted. I'm not exactly sure what, and I don't really know if I want to do it, at least until the playoffs. At least in today's episode, let's get through it. We'll see if we keep putting up 40, 50, 60 points. That is definitely not the type of challenge we want in the playoffs, but I'm still fully expecting. Even that Cardinals game, man, it was the second half. All it took was 2 drives where they just couldn't, turnover. We got 2 quick touchdowns, and then in garbage time when the game was over, they were just going for it on 4th down, weren't getting it. We got easy field position. We got probably at least 28 points handed to us. But even then, there's no other way around it. 63 points, breaking records on all Madden. We know what default all Madden. That's just unplayable. So there's probably something that could be adjusted. And we will evaluate after tonight's episode just to see where we're at. So we have week 17 against the Rams. How do we want to set this one up? Let's take a look at what the Rams' strengths and or weaknesses are. They are a good rushing offense, not a great passing offense. So let's go ahead and we're going to try our best to take away Cam Akers. Let's defend the inside run. How we want to target them? Well, we all know they have... how do I get back here? Aaron Donald. You want to avoid very good defense. They are 30th in takeaways, but they are just good at everything else. So with that being said, we might as well just go with our strength. And, that is, open to interpretation what our strength is. It's either throwing it short because Aaron Rodgers just has an absolutely disgusting release, or it's running the ball inside with Miles Sanders. I feel like because of Aaron Donald, Aaron Donald is not for everything that he's great at, he's not an S-tier elite run defender. He's like A++ tier run defender. It's not like he's like the GOAT. There's probably guys in the NFL that could say they're a better run defender than Aaron Donald. No one else could say they're the better all-around package than Aaron Donald. I'm not saying he's the best player in the NFL. But my point being is that if you have to say, C4, how are you going to attack Aaron Donald? You have to attack him. I'm gonna try my best to scheme the run against him, put in some double teams, versus having my quarterbacks drop back, especially a veteran quarterback that we don't want getting hit too much in Aaron Rodgers, and saying I'm going to trust my O-line in pass protection against Aaron freaking Donald. So we'll set the run out there. We got to remember they got Jalen Ramsey as well. A couple upgrades there. Zach Wilson not with team. We'll just spend those points. I mean, he could be an interesting trade piece. So that's something else that we got to roll into. You know, if we don't win the Super Bowl, we don't win the big one. What is the fallout of Zach Wilson? Do we try to move him on before some of these teams in the top 5 that might already have quarterbacks end up drafting a quarterback in the top 5? Do we just try to jump ahead of that and offer them Zach Wilson? Like, hey, I know you have Josh Allen up there, Buffalo, but before you draft a quarterback in the top 3, you want Zach Wilson instead. Like, I'm sure we could get weird. I'm sure we could get crazy with it. But yeah, that's without further ado. We're following out the weekly award winners. I guess from last week it was Aaron Rodgers with his record-breaking performance. So hopefully he keeps that going here today. Picks on Jalen Ramsey a little bit. Doesn't get picked off. He only has 2 picks on the season, and we can get that 11th one. We get 1 win today. Week 18 is house money. We made the playoffs. We need 1 win out of these 2 games. 1 win out of this West Coast road trip, and we're in the playoffs. Let's do it now. Open and drive. We get the defensive stop. Let's go. 3rd and 1. We got slants. We'll run some slants. I mean, we must be closing in on the single season rushing yards with Miles Sanders. It's probably been, what, a couple running backs that gone over, like CJ 2K and all that stuff, but like they just got over 2,000. We're at 2,000 with 2 games left to play. Oh, run right at Aaron Donald, they said. Yeah, we'll move the stiff. Oh, he breaks the tackle, throws a stiff arm on Jalen Ramsey. Super efficient drive here from the Eagles. All right, 2nd and goal. This looks like we just got to trust Devontae to get open here. At this point in time, Jalen Ramsey, other side of the field. Let's just hope we can hit him when he hits that L. Oh, they drop back. Jordan Mailata picks it up. That was a good play. Good pass rush. Got it. Drops it. We had to settle for a field goal, man. Bend don't break from the Rams. All right, see what the Rams could do here on this drive. I remember they're a very good offense. On paper, like they got name value. 3rd and 6. Stafford has to throw it away, and they punt it. Not much we can do here. Backed against our end zone. Let's see if Miles Sanders can break a run here. 3rd and 8. Just trying to get room for the punter. Couple yards there, but yeah, another 3 and out. Okay, but this game pretty confident. It's tougher than expected. Hargrave gets a sack. Nice 3rd and long. And it is a 3 and out. 3rd and 8. Try to make a play. We're looking right to that left-hand side. Rager Smith, someone. Looks like Rager got the inside, and not a great throw. Punt. All right, goes to Noah Fant. Noah Fant's there. Fletch gets a sack. He's the guy that we wanted to heat up. 3rd and 12. They take a holding penalty. 3rd and 22. And it's a 3 and out. Get Miles Sanders at the backfield. Underrated aspect of his game. Big time. That's our biggest play to fire today. There we go. Miles Sanders gets in. I don't even know where he's at for touchdowns this year. But he's got a lot. See what the Rams can do. Now knowing they need to score a touchdown. How desperate are they going to be? They're going to be a little bit more aggressive with their play calling. 3rd and 6. Noah Fant continues the drive. They got K-Maker's big run. All right, we got 3rd and 10. 17 yards to Josh Maynard. I think it's a running back. 2nd and 10. Maynard, yeah. 3rd and 9. And they settle for the field goal. Matt Gay connects. 10-3. Lethal! Throw it to the running back. I see a replay of that. Sometimes we don't see the replay. Sometimes I don't need to see the replays. I know what just happened. That there was disgusting out of a running back. Alvin Kamara-esque. DB got lost. Put him in a blender. 3rd and 11. And they throw it away, man. I'm starting to see why the Rams suck. Johnny Hector's been their most impactful offensive player so far today. Look at him go! What an athlete. Oh, come on, Quez. Come on, Quez. Bring that in, bud. Settle for 3. All right, Rams still looking for a pulse on offense. Like, I'm expecting there to be a bomb. I'm expecting there to be, you know, some sort of gadget play. Like, what do we got here? Josh Sweat gets in on the action with the sack. 3rd and a mile. They go 10 yards. Cooper Kupp still at the punt it. Pay attention to the bottom of the ticker. Oh, Aaron Donald. We're on 19 rushing touchdowns for Miles Sanders. Not his most effective day on the ground, even though that's kind of how we set up our game plan. But 20 touchdowns is a nice milestone. We'll see if we can get that here on this drive. 2nd and goal. We run into Aaron Donald again. Let's try it again. Quest for 20 touchdowns, Miles Sanders. Very comfortable game so far. Oh, Jesus. Well, they came to play on. I mean, we knew they had a good defense across the board. We'll take the field goal again. Hitting the Rams. Asking again. Do anything. I mean, they got Cooper Kupp. You have Stafford for what it's worth. Cam Akers is probably, high 80s. So they're looking for just something. 3rd and 1. They go, and it's an interception of Vontae Maddox. Oh, go. Catch so fast. Kind of vultures away that 20th touchdown. But Kenny G gets his 7th of the year. All right, here's pretty much game here. They're going for it, I hope. 4th and 10. Noah Fant, 19. So they got Noah Fant, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp still. I mean, Matt Stafford's probably a shell of his former self here. Not the Super Bowl winning Matt Stafford anymore. But finally on the board. Get off, man, he's so good. So, even in garbage time cleanup duty, Kenny G. If you're looking for like a fun sleeper running back in your franchise modes, get Kenny Gainwell. He's this year's Tony Pollard. All right, easy victory. Needs to be said. I mean, I think a lot of credit goes to our defense. The Rams didn't get into our territory, it felt like, until like the late 3rd quarter. 37-17. Wasn't the biggest game from Aaron Rodgers, but super efficient. 25 of 31, 320 yards, 1 touchdown. Ran the ball fairly well. We had Miles Sanders 55 yards and a touchdown, and then the 4th quarter, when the game was pretty much out of reach, I decided to pop in Kenny G there for a little bit. 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, even more effective, Miles Sanders had 2.7 yards per carry. Kenny G came in, did the damn thing. I do want to take a look at where Miles Sanders, after this game, stacks up. See if we can break a couple records here. I'm all about that when we can do so. 9 for 94 Devontae, over 100 yards through the air for Miles Sanders. So, I mean, he still got his. Goddard 50 yards, 34 there for Quez. Defensively, 8 tackles Bush, 8 tackles for Hughes. We had a sack and a half, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat, Barnett, and Javon Hargrave all getting in the sack department. Vontae Maddox had a 30-yard interception as the Eagles start this West Coast tour. It wasn't an ass-kicking, but it was very close to an ass-kicking. I would like to say it was an ass-kicking. 2 upgrades to be had from the follow to that game. We got a Vontae Maddox, who had an interception. Good for him, man. One of the better, more underrated slot corners in the NFL. 81, but he's feeling himself right now. 84 overall is what it shows on the scoreboard. Miles Sanders just doing to be in the spirit of what he did. He got all that through the air. I'm gonna upgrade his receiving back ability. 100 yards, his first 100-yard receiving game, I think. Maybe this whole series. So we'll upgrade that receiving back for Mr. Miles Sanders as the Philadelphia Eagles get the victory. We'll sim ahead here into the next week. See how things kind of line up for Week 18. Can we catch Dallas? We could tie Dallas, potentially. If they lose this week, we get our 12th victory as we take on the 7-9 Niners. Weekly award winner, I'm going to assume it was Miles Sanders. It was 160 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. That'll do her, usually. Tank Lawrence down there for the Cowboys, having 3 sacks in their victory to make the NFC East race still pretty hot. We started as, we were the 6th seed, 7th seed. We're still there. Is what it is. We got some upgrades here. Then we'll look at how we're going to take down the Niners. We have Jalen Rager, who's been... I don't know where we should spend those points. We'll go deep threat, I guess. He needs all the help he can get. Having his breakout season. Jalen Rager. Actually, kind of quiet, it feels like the last couple weeks, but when he was hot, he was very hot. We'll put the points into Amos here, trying to make him a scheme fit. Zone. +3 pursuit. Hey, I'll take that. Let's go. Now the Niners, man, all we got is the Niners left on the slate here. Taking a look at what made them a little disappointed. Well, they're going with Trey Lance. They have 7th, top 10 in yards, almost top 10 on rushing and passing offense. Don't turn the ball over a whole lot. So let's take away the short pass from Trey Lance. Their defense, ooh. Well, there's why they kind of suck. Pretty decent rushing defense. Passing defense, not so much. I think we'll focus on throwing it short, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, picking on Sidney Jones, and trying our best to go out firing with Aaron Rodgers in this offense. Have that roll on into the playoffs. Looking at full strength lineup, at least on offense we will. On the defensive side, we are healthy. All right. Not nearly as many injuries in this Eagles franchise compared to, I feel like, the Pink Slips franchise. Feels like every week in Pink Slips, there's at least one starter that's out. All right, let's finish the regular season here. Looking for our 12th victory. We got to take down the Niners on the road. Also, we look at the stats for Miles Sanders, and as it stands right now, we have the most rushing yards. I guess it's a 17-game season, but we are ahead of Dickerson. For touchdowns, are we really... We're not really flirting there. Well, I mean, we're at 19, 20, 21, 22. We get him 2 touchdowns so we can at least make that short list. All right. Congratulations, Miles. As it stands right now, the most rushing yards ever in a season. And I'm kind of thinking about resting Miles Sanders. We got the rushing record. Touchdowns would be fine. But I'd rather a healthy... Like, I think I might give Miles Sanders the first quarter here. And then we'll go Kenny G to close it out. Third and 1. We're going to try to get this through the air. Ooh, let's go, Quez. Get in the... Let's go. We got to try to get Quez Watkins some nice Week 18 stats here. He's been the forgotten man. And he's so damn good. All right, let's see. The Niners kick a field goal. Oh, let's go. I think this might be touchdown number 20. One more will put him on that top 10 list for most rushing touchdowns in a single season. And a field goal. Quez! Oh, he didn't even look over the shoulder. That over-the-shoulder boulder holder to Quez Watkins. I mean, this is, we're going to get ready to just pull our, I think I'm about to pull everybody at halftime. So let's get in. You want to pad your stats? You have 7 minutes, 22 seconds to do so. First and goal. Coach wants slants. I said, okay, we'll go to the big tight end here. All right, he collapsed. Can we get Miles Sanders touchdown? 21 on the season. We're going to try our best. Breaks the tackle of Bosa. Gets tackled. Oh, usually that gives you the touchdown there. Got tackled into the end zone. Trey Lance livid on the sidelines. We did the respectable thing, man. I'm already up like this. I got shoot clock on. We're not going to torture the Niners here. There we go. Touchdown 21 for Miles Sanders on the season. Tied for 10th all time. You guys sure it's a good idea to not have any corners back there? You sure about that? How fast of a backpedaler do you got here? Boom! No one back there. Just, what's going on? Shouldn't be this easy. Did I just make a God squad? All right, open up the third quarter. We're pulling all of our starters. We'll do Jalen Hurts a solid. You know, get Jalen Hurts out there, set to be a free agent. Maybe give him a little bit more film so he can land somewhere else. Maybe be a starter. Fucking Jalen Hurts. Fucking Jalen Hurts. Go Kenny G. Heat up, baby. Oh, we got a second at 10. Devontae Smith's still out there. I mean, we just don't have a lot of wide receivers. We try to get it to him? Or we just go right here to Benson. He's wide open. Throw it back across her body. Gets the first down. Let's get Jalen Hurts a touchdown here. Go no huddle. Spacing switch. You got Parham, 6 foot, whatever the fuck. There we go. Quiz inside. Hey, and he holds on. Touchdown 16. Oh! Quez! Wasn't even for a mix and play. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Try sub 3rd and 3, be a little aggressive. Oh, Jesus. Kick it. Keep running. That's, you know, how about, let's pad Jake Elliott's stats. Aaron Rodgers, superstar X Factor holder. Third and 3. We gotta get this, fit this into Quez somehow. Oh, that was a great pick. Sidney Jones against his former team. Highlight reel interception, man. Didn't even see, like, look, over the shoulder, visible, no eyes catch. Instant touchdown for the Niners. Okay, you go instant touchdown. I'm gonna try to be aggressive here. All right, we can be respectful here and run the game out. You guys are going for points? We'll go for points. Oh, that's what we do, baby! Suck it, Steven Nelson. He ain't got no speed. And yeah, we're gonna have to adjust the sliders, man. As much as I would like to say that my all Madden sliders, there's been too many gameplay patches. Like, that is not the same experience we had when we were, you know, early in the year. When our first 2 wins, we won by a field goal. And then we went and lost 5 in a row. Like that, these are, things have changed. I'm gonna have to retool them because I want a little bit more competitive playoff run. I want to make it, if we could go on a Super Bowl run, to be, you know, not like we just beat every team by 20 or 30. But this was the final game of the year. Ended up pulling our starters, and we still put out 55 against the Niners. Didn't really have much left to play for. Looking at the Eagles, great, perfect game. Aaron Rodgers, 19 of 20, 350, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Almost 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Jalen Hurts. One of those picks was terrible. One of the picks was a great play. And both his touchdowns, I mean, it was nice for him. His final play as an Eagle, hit that bomb to Quez Watkins. 62 yards for Kenny G. 55 yards, 2 touchdowns for Miles Sanders. Those 2 touchdowns give him 21 on the season, which has him tied at 10th all-time for rushing touchdowns in a single year. And he also, with that 55 yards, just increased his lead on the most rushing yards in a single season, which he now holds. There's your classic Quez Watkins game, like what we had in our losing effort last year in the NFC Championship game against Dallas. Quez can sometimes just be unstoppable. 10 catches, 247 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Quez. 100 yards for Miles Sanders on the backfield again. $134 for Devontae Smith. And on the defensive side of the ball, what do we got here? We got, Jesus, man, Fletch, 8. No sacks, but 4 TFLs. Great for him. A sack for Javon Hargrave. A pick for David Amos. And the Eagles got to be the hottest team in the NFL rolling into the playoffs. Followed from that game, Devontae Smith gets an upgrade, and we're going to make him up to a 92 overall. 94 with all of the boosts to being on our team. Advancing to the playoffs in the wildcard round, we get to, that's a revenge game if I've ever seen it. Aaron Rodgers and the Eagles taking on the I assume it's Jordan Love led Green Bay. Let's take a look here just real quick, out of curiosity's sake. Have they fully made that transition to Jordan Love, and is it working out, or did they just, say screw and get like Baker Mayfield or something? No, they got Jordan Love, Heineke there as well. That's good. That's awesome. And we're going to do our best to make it a little more difficult. So from the follow to Week 18, Quez Watkins, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, obviously. Huge game for him. What seed did we finish? We must have. We didn't. We were kind of locked and loaded at that 6 seed. Even with the fact that we won 2 in a row. Didn't really improve our spot much, but we feel great. The fact that we got out of this one injury-free. Full strength lineup for this game. But we do need to, we'll look at the final stats. And then it just also needs to be said, we do have to adjust these sliders just a little bit. And I'll do that at the end of this episode. It's already a super long episode. Who cares if it's a little bit longer? Aaron Rodgers finished his Eagles career coming in like midpoint. Almost 80% completion percentage. 24 touchdowns, 2 picks, 3,100 passing yards. Yeah, pretty good. Running the ball, Miles Sanders, record-breaking single-season rushing yards, almost 2,200. But we finished 2,194. 21 touchdown, ties him at 10th all-time. $137 a game. That's just elite. And credit to him, stayed healthy. That is a lot of volume. 423 touches, did not get hurt. 536 and 8 for Kenny G. With rushing touchdowns, we had 3 Zach Wilson, 3 for Aaron Rodgers, 1 for Jordan Howard. A lot of rushing touchdowns. Receiving, just ridiculous numbers. 98 catches, 1,700 yards, 15 touchdowns for Devontae Smith. 15 and 12 for Jalen Reagor. 11 and 2 for Dallas Goedert. A little low in the touchdown department. Quez finishes just under 750 with 8 touchdowns. All said and done, not a bad year from Quez. Would have been cool maybe to shave a couple yards off that Jalen Reagor number. Like if we could just obviously shuffle them things around. I'd take a couple yards off Reagor, give that to Quez to get 1,000. And then take a couple Reagor tutties, throw them Dallas Goedert's way. But I'm really, really happy with our skill position players this season. If anyone that didn't give up a sack, sacks are just ridiculous. It doesn't matter. Defensively, Devin Bush finished leading tackle on team by 1. It was a race between him and Damian Hughes. 128 tackles, 15 TFLs, 5.5 sacks, 3 picks for Devin Bush. Outrageous year. $127 for Hughes, 7 TFLs, 1 sack, 4 picks. David Amos finished with over 100 tackles, 3 TFLs, 4 interceptions. We got 16 sacks, Devon Hargrave, 12 from Josh Sweat, 7.5 Fletcher Cox, 7 from Derek Barnett, 3 from the veteran there, Brandon Graham. And on the interceptions front, 4 picks, David Hughes, 4 for Amos, 3 for Bush, 3 for Big Play Slay, 2 for Avonte Maddox, and a couple singles there. I would have liked to see Bagley, our talented rookie's talented, but it would have been nice to see him get his first interception on the year. Jake Elliott finishes 91% or 90% on his field goals, 37 of 41, perfect on his extra points. Jonathan Payne, 42 punts, averages 50 yards a punt, and we're just below 50% of those punts going as technically gongs, 15 gongs. You like seeing that. I don't think we had a single touchdown return because that's just. Does anyone else get it? Or am I just really bad at kickoffs? Looking at the league right now, how do our guys kind of stack up? Passing yards, it's all over the place because, we had a bunch of different quarterbacks. Matt Ryan was the passing yards leader. Touchdowns goes to Dak, tied with Mahomes at 43. Trubisky, 42. Sam Darnold with 40. What is going on? Run the ball, 2,100 yards for Miles Sanders. Big year from Derrick Henry. He's pretty close to getting. Again, it's the volume. The volume for Miles Sanders was insane. If Derrick Henry got 400 touches, he'd probably be, same yards, record-breaking yards. Shout out to Miles Sanders, though, for being insane. Most rushing yards. Leonard Fournette did have the most rushing touchdowns with 23, which is insane. That puts him all-time. He's top 10 all-time now. 20 for Henry, 20 for Zeke. They both finished one off of cracking the top 10 for single-season rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Devontae Smith and Jalen. So there you go. You see all you see. Sliders need to get tuned a little bit. We have the number 1 rusher and wide receiver 1 and 2 in terms of yards. Could be harder. I don't really know. Again, I still think the explanation is these are what we've always kind of played on. But we will do our best to bump these out here. But Rager 1 and 2, that's awesome. Gage is there, had a big year. Nothing else too crazy. Dallas Goedert's up there. He's the, what is he, second tight end? Second best tight end, Dallas Goedert. Kudos to him. Most receiving touchdowns goes to Devontae Smith with 15. Russell Gage, DK, and Marquise Hollywood Brown with 14. Did any lineman go up with 0 sacks? Zach Martin, no sacks. Shaq Mason, 0 sacks. And Alex Kappa, who just recently signed with the Bengals, I think, in free agency in real life, no sacks. Defensively, Josie Jewell led the NFL with 137 tackles. Devin Bush up there, he made the top 10 with a $128. Damian Hughes, 127. Sacks, 22 sacks, 19 TFLs from Aaron Donald. Absolute monster. He's not officially there, but we know 16 sacks for Javon Hargrave. He would have been top 10. 4 interceptions, 6 picks. Jamel Dean, 5 Diggs, 5 for Barnes, Jewell, and Edmonds. So linebackers really getting the interceptions, the big interception numbers this season. Best field goal, Jake Elliott. Best punter, who are the most gonks? Most gongs in relate 50. Oh, that guy actually had a crazy year. We're off it a little bit with pain. 42 and 15. We just didn't punt a lot. But that's a ridiculous year from this guy. Cameron Nizaliek. I respect that, man. Give that guy a boost. Look at the yearly awards very quickly with the number 1 offense. MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Miles Sanders coming in at number 3. In the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Miles Sanders. Congratulations to you. Defensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Donald. Javon Hargrave at 6. Devin Bush at 7. And actual in real life Eagle, Hassan Riddick at 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Alton Gales. Actually, he was a player that we did consider at that point during the draft. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Merriam McCollum. Angelo Bagley coming in at number 4 for our Eagles. Best quarterback went to Dak Prescott. Wow, I think given how he finished, we got Aaron Rodgers number 2. The fact that he only played half the season, that's pretty impressive. Running back goes to Miles Sanders. Best wide receiver, Devontae Smith. Jalen Reagor coming in at number 4. Best lineman went to Zach Martin. Brian Brooks at 7. Wow, Eagles got a little bit robbed there. I think you could have seen Kelsey. You could have seen Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata make that list. Best D lineman went to Aaron Donald. Javon Hargrave at 6. Josh Sweat at 7. Best linebacker went to Hassan Riddick. Devin Bush at 5. How's Damian Hughes not making this? I would have thought he would have made it. Best GB went to Jamel Dean Amos at number 4. Best kicker goes to Jake Elliott. So the sliders need to get adjusted here. It's never fun doing this at this point because as soon as you start, tweaking with the sliders, right, you don't know what we're going to be in for the playoff run. I think that makes it interesting. So here's kind of what we're rocking with. I think we could probably nuke the accuracy down there. Didn't get sacked a lot, so I think we'll shave off 3. We'll go 3. Could go as high as 5. I don't want to go more than 5 in any one of these categories. But you know what? We weren't getting sacked a whole lot, so we'll nuke the pass blocking by 5. Wide receiver catching, I like that where it is. Run blocking, we'll take 2 off the catching. I'll take 5 off the run blocking given the success that we had with Miles Sanders. But I think the big thing is also our team's really good. So there's going to be just some really good production with the length of quarters that we play, with X factors at every level. We're going to run the ball, but we'll do that. Keep the fumbles where they're at. Pass defense reaction time. We're not even controlling the defense anymore, so we'll just keep that as is, I think. We'll take 2 off. We'll take 2 off both of these. And then what we're going against, QB accuracy, 28 is the perfect. I'm never going to touch that. 28 is exactly where the QB accuracy needs to be if you're playing on all Madden. Pass blocking, again, we're not really playing that, but we'll bump that up by 2. Their wide receiver catching, I'm not really seeing a lot of drops. But again, I'll bump that up by 2. Run blocking, I'll bump that up by 5. Fumbles will keep as is. Pass defense reaction time, I think we'll bump that up by 5. Interceptions, I've seen interceptions pretty consistently amongst all Madden sliders kind of being around 25. So we'll keep that where it's at. But we'll bump the pass coverage up. We'll go plus 3. I don't want to quite go to 40-40 on both those. That feels too rich. We'll bump the tackling up 5. There we go. That's as good as we'll go to try to improve. And again, we'll continue to tweak it because I think we have to almost enter in another window of trial and error for how we rock with these sliders. So that's what we'll do right now. And we'll see what happens in that playoff game against Green Bay if we did enough. But clearly the money zone that we found before has been patched to death. And we gotta stay with the times here. I want you guys to, not only for what I do, because I don't want to, it's not how, like, I can say 100%. It's not frustrating when we absolutely shit on teams, but 100% the best games we had this Eagles franchise were like these ones right here. 2017, 30-27, 49-46. Even some of these losses, they were hard, but they weren't that bad. But those are the fun victories. 55-30, 56-17, I mean, that was ridiculous, 54-52. 63-12, 55, like those aren't that fun. It's outside of just the fact that you're winning, you're not frustrated because you're not losing. I'd much rather get back to this zone. So that's why ultimately I wanted to adjust these sliders versus just sticking with what we are and getting an easy path to the playoffs, an easy path on a run for a Super Bowl. So yeah, we'll test those out against Green Bay. Hopefully before too long. Won't be too long till we get through this one. And in closing, I mean, what we're talking about, I think I'm going to add a new, right now, basically, where it stands, we did one positional rankings for quarterbacks, but I'm falling a little bit, not really falling behind, but I want to more so gather information. Like, I tried doing my running back rankings for the draft, and it's so hard. I just got frustrated because, like, I can't really rank them right now. It's all over the place. And I was like, let's maybe let some pro days come through and all that stuff. And then I got to the linebackers, and it's like, well, we got to see what Nakobe Dean, who actually is doing his pro day today. But the draft prospect stuff it's a little bit behind, but it will be releasing on my Patreon before it comes up on YouTube. But what I think I will do on YouTube is take advantage of the shorts, and I think I'm going to be doing something called 1 minute mock drafts, because you can have shorts that are up to 1 minute, and I'll just do mock drafts for every single team within that 1 minute, and I'll just be uploading those throughout the week. I am almost done part 1 of creation for the brand new NCAA series that will be coming. The team has all been sent to me. I just have to make the roster. Like, I'm making a Word document of filling out the roster, and then I'm going to go in and create them, and then I got to make the first debut episode. So it's still a lot of moving pieces. My plan is to have that by the end of the month. And that's about it for updates, man. I've held you here long enough. This is, a big episode, doubleheader, got a lot of things done. Thank all you guys that stuck through it are still here. Thank you very much. As always, first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.